Imagine standing on the frozen ground of Alaska, surrounded by the quiet stillness of snow and ice, the wind biting at your face, and suddenly realizing that beneath your feet, there could be something more valuable than anything you have ever seen. This is exactly what happened to Freddy and Juan, two men whose names have become legendary among treasure hunters and miners alike. They weren't just ordinary miners. They were problem solvers, experts who could take failing mines and turn them into gold-producing machines. But even they were not prepared for the discovery that would soon shake not just their lives, but possibly the understanding of history itself. Freddy and Juan were working in a remote part of Alaska, a land known for its beauty, its dangers, and its secrets. Alaska is not a place for the faint of heart. The temperatures can drop to unimaginable lows, machines freeze, ice makes digging nearly impossible, and accidents happen more often than one would like. Despite all this, miners continue to flock here every year, hoping to strike gold, and sometimes luck favors those who dare to dig deep. For Freddy and Juan, their chance came in a way that no one could have predicted. As they began their work that day, the air was thick with anticipation. Their team had been digging for hours, checking depths, moving machines, and preparing for the possibility that the ground beneath them might hold nothing at all. Alaska has disappointed many miners over the years, hiding gold in its frozen depths, teasing with possibilities, but rarely delivering the jackpot. Yet Freddy and Juan had the experience, the skill, and the intuition that comes from decades in the mining industry. Freddy, known as the Gold Guru, had over 40 years of experience. He could read the land like a book, know where the gold might hide, and calculate the best strategies to uncover it. Juan, on the other hand, was a mechanical genius. Broken machines, frozen engines, or complicated excavation setups were nothing he could not fix. Together, they were unstoppable, a perfect combination of knowledge and skill. And then it happened. The excavator, guided by Juan's precision, lifted the soil, and a different kind of glow reflected from the earth. At first, the team thought it was just sunlight catching a wet patch or a reflection from the ice. But as the soil was cleared, golden shimmers began to appear. Slowly, the realization spread. They had struck gold, and not just a small amount, but a vein so rich and so large that the initial estimate put its value at $4.8 million. The entire crew erupted in excitement. Some could barely contain their joy, jumping up and down, shouting and laughing. Others were in disbelief, standing, frozen as they took in the sight of pure gold glistening in the cold Alaskan sun. Yet even as the gold was uncovered, something else began to emerge among the soil and ice. Metallic shapes appeared, not gold, but something else entirely. At first, the crew assumed they were old mining tools, left behind decades ago. But as they cleaned them, the truth became clear. These were not ordinary tools. The metal seemed unlike anything they had seen. Some had intricate carvings, symbols, and designs that were completely unfamiliar. Others had shapes and textures that suggested advanced craftsmanship, as if they were made for a purpose now lost to history. The excitement of the gold discovery was quickly replaced by a mixture of awe, curiosity, and unease. What were these relics? Who had made them, and why were they buried here in the remote wilderness of Alaska? Freddy, with his decades of experience, could not make sense of it immediately. He had seen many artifacts over the years, but nothing with these kinds of designs, carvings, and materials. Juan and the team turned the relics over and over, examining every detail. The air was thick with tension. Some crew members whispered that perhaps these belonged to ancient native tribes, sacred objects buried intentionally to protect them from outsiders. Others speculated that European explorers, centuries ago, might have left these relics during expeditions that had never been recorded, but no one had any concrete answers. Everyone agreed on one thing: these relics could be far more valuable than the gold itself. Gold can be counted, weighed, and sold, but history, mystery, and truth carry a power that money cannot buy. Alaska has always been a land of secrets. Its vast landscapes hide stories that are centuries old, some passed down by native tribes, some rumored by miners who have seen strange things while digging. Legends tell of sacred objects buried to protect tribes' cultural heritage. Some say spirits guard these relics, punishing those who disturb them. Others speak of explorers hiding treasures so that only future generations could discover them. Whatever the truth, Alaska's frozen earth has held onto these secrets tightly. And Freddy and Juan may have stumbled upon one of the greatest mysteries yet. The discovery caught the attention of scientists as well. Archaeologists wanted to examine the relics for cultural and historical significance, while geologists were curious whether natural processes could have created such formations. The material of the relics became a key question. If they were made from ordinary metals, there might be an explanation rooted in more recent history. But if the alloys were rare or seemingly impossible to create at the time they were buried, then the discovery could indicate advanced knowledge or even contact from unknown sources. The carvings and symbols added another layer of mystery. Some experts believed they represented ancient tribal art. Others argued they resembled an unknown language, possibly pointing to a civilization that had long been lost to time. The debate only fueled public curiosity. As the news spread, so did speculation. Online forums lit up with theories. Some suggested that the relics were linked to lost civilizations, perhaps even ones that existed before any known historical records in Alaska. Others proposed that the objects might be remnants of alien contact, claiming the shapes and markings were too unusual to be human. Reddit threads exploded with discussions, and YouTube videos theorized about hidden gold caches, secret societies, and ancient explorers who had left clues for the future. Even memes began comparing the Alaskan discovery to Oak Island, joking that Templars had now left their treasures there too. The world was fascinated, caught between the thrill of gold and the suspense of mystery, but the excitement was soon tempered by the arrival of authorities. Government vehicles appeared, officials restricted access to the site, and armed security ensured that outsiders could not approach. Cameras that had recorded the excavation were reportedly confiscated or asked to delete footage. Some believed the government wanted to control information about the relics. Others speculated about classified projects or hidden truths that could change history. This sudden secrecy only heightened the mystery. Why would the authorities act so quickly unless the relics held information far beyond gold's monetary value? The $4.8 million jackpot itself was life-changing for many involved. Small miners who had invested everything in machines, fuel, and labor suddenly found their lives transformed. The gold was not just wealth. It was a symbol of hope, a chance to secure the future for families who had risked everything for larger mining corporations. The discovery was a reminder that even experts like Freddy and Juan could challenge their dominance. News of the jackpot affected global gold markets. Investors paying close attention to the region, speculating about the possibility of even more riches hidden beneath Alaska's frozen surface. The discovery's implications were vast, touching lives, economies, and perhaps even history itself. Yet despite the excitement, many questions remained unanswered. Were the relics truly ancient artifacts, or merely old mining tools? Was the gold vein discovered just a small part of a larger deposit, perhaps waiting to be revealed if the excavation had continued? And why did the government act so decisively to control the site? The sudden shutdown added a layer of suspense that turned the story from a mining triumph into a complex mystery, suggesting that the real treasure may still lie hidden beneath the Alaskan ice. The atmosphere at the site became almost supernatural. Machines that had been running tirelessly suddenly stopped. The hum of activity ceased, replaced by silence. Crew members exchanged worried glances, unsure if the stoppage was technical or something beyond explanation. Relics lay where the excavation was halted, hinting that perhaps there was more to discover, something that authorities did not want. Exposed rumors spread of missing footage, deleted recordings, and censored reports. Every action seemed to suggest that this was not merely a jackpot, but a story much deeper, one that might never fully be revealed. This discovery is a reminder of the hidden secrets that still exist in the world. Gold is tangible, measurable, and valuable. But relics like these hold stories that challenge our understanding of history. They raise questions about ancient civilizations, forgotten cultures, and unknown technologies. Could these objects prove that Alaska once housed a civilization far more advanced than we imagine?